I love you like I do. Tell me who can stop my heart as much as you. If we take each other's hands, we can fly into the final frontier. I'm mad about you, baby. I'm mad about you.
Hello everyone, the December Review here. Before I get into this video, I wanted to give a big thank you to everyone who checked out my first Mad About You revival video. As of this typing, it has well over 3,000 views. I know that's a modest number for a lot of YouTube channels, but for me, it's been amazing to see the count go up, and it really helps my channel out a lot. The Mad About You community is a great and loyal fan base, and thank you all for checking it out. It's extremely appreciated. So if you like these videos, please help spread the word and subscribe to the channel. I'll have a link to that video at the end of this one, so if you haven't seen that one yet, you can there. In that one, I talked briefly about the story of the show and the overall plot points for the new season. At the time, only the first 6 episodes were available, but since the remaining 6 have been released. Hopefully, a lot of people have been able to watch the season as we know it's limited to Spectrum Cable. Spectrum did have the first 2 episodes out that anyone could watch for a while. If you haven't been able to catch anything yet, I would check out the official Mad About You Facebook or Twitter page for that link. I'm going to talk about the plot points for the final 6 episodes here, so there will be some minor spoilers. If you haven't been able to see the new season yet and don't want to know anything, I'd turn away now. So at the end of the first run, Jamie hints that some dark times will be coming our way for the Buckmans. The new episodes start off with a funeral, so yeah, getting things going in a rough direction, though it's mostly played for laughs featuring a string of double entendre names Jamie inappropriately launches into. The situation at hand forces our couple to take a look at their own lives and attempt to get their own affairs in order. It's another example of how 20 years can go by so quick. The episode ends on a sweet note as Jamie makes a sacrifice which Paul learns after the fact, reminding us just how great these two are together. There is also a running gag with Ira that has a great payoff as well. The next episode, number 8, is where things get a bit dicey for Paul and Jamie. Things start off innocently enough with Paul spending some time at Anderson Cooper's house thanks to some shenanigans by Lisa. This appears to help out their relationship as being away from each other sparks some needed attention. Unfortunately, when Paul arrives home, things don't go very well as he states it was nice to be gone for 2 days and not be wrong once. This triggers an argument that starts off playful enough, but by the end of this extended scene, Paul has unleashed a flurry of drama. This scene, along with the toothpick segment in an earlier episode, really distinguishes the series from a standard sitcom. It's played with such believability and it's heartbreaking to watch the two go at each other. Here, it's mostly Paul doing the damage, and as a viewer I was going, Paul, shut up, you keep digging yourself deeper. This leads to an understandably upset Jamie as we see the two in marriage counseling.
Because if you do say everything that's on your mind, you know what? A lot of shit will get said that probably should never be said. You want an example? Here you go. Here you go. Mabel was 5 years old. Remember, she ran into the kitchen counter there? She had to get stitches on her lips, and you felt so horrible, and you thought it was your fault. And I said, don't be silly. No, it's not your fault. Guess what? Wasn't being really honest there, because I wasn't 100% sure that it wasn't your fault. I'm still not sure that wasn't your fault. Should I say that? Is there any value? What possible good would come out of me saying that to you? Tell me, because personally, I don't see it. Do you?
Episode 9 lands us in post-fight surroundings. The marriage counselor doesn't think the relationship can last anymore. We see them around the house acting uncomfortable towards each other. Jamie starts taking notes on Paul as he begins to not hold things in and say what's bothering him at the time. This all leads to funny bickering as a famous wealthy person makes an offer on their apartment. With a small fortune at their laps and a relationship on the rocks, things are being set up as a major shakeup seems imminent. Ira also has a rather funny plotline revolving around a shop owner who wants to be friends. I really enjoyed how it played out and made for some of the funniest moments in the new season so far. The two storylines come together at the end, resulting in the apartment not being sold. Episode 10 takes us on a journey as the Buckmans go away on a relationship boot camp hoping to fix their marriage. Lisa is put in charge of the new dog as a throwback to the earlier seasons. True to form, the boot camp goes awry as Paul and Jamie mix up which room they are supposed to be in, resulting in them attending a series on real estate. This ends up working to their advantage as they end up taking the day's interactions to heart and coming out better for it. Jason Alexander makes a nice surprise appearance here as well, as he gets mixed up in the dog babysitting adventure. By the end of the episode, things feel like they have smoothed over for Jamie and Paul.
Even if I run down to the store or something, you notice I always make a point of saying, I'll be right back. Because I know you. I don't want you to worry.
I like you.
Yeah, well, I think you're more used to me than anything else. But to be honest, I'm kind of hoping for hotel sex. I'm not arguing with you.
Please don't leave me.
I won't, and you can consider that your punishment.
That brings us to 2 shows left, and the focus shifts back over to Mabel to finish out the run. First, in episode 11, Mabel gets booted out of college for slipping a roofie to her friend, but all in the name of science. Meanwhile, Paul can't sleep thanks to the dog, and Mark's wife Tanya is outed as the voice of romance novel audiobooks. So Mabel is forced to find a job as she figures out a way to get back into school. All the subplots intersect, resulting in peace at the end. Mabel sticks to her form and proposes a course at school in which the school system itself is ineffective. Well, this gets her back in. For now. The final episode begins with the planning of a surprise birthday party for Mabel. There are some great lines here as the plans change over and over again, forcing Paul to contact the guest list repeatedly. Carol Burnett pops in to revive her role in the series in a great and funny appearance. We find out that Mabel has a big surprise, which she will announce at the party. I won't give it away here in case you haven't seen the shows yet, but the announcement catches Paul off guard, and he is forced to spend the majority of the party locked in a room away from the guests and Mabel until he can come to his senses. The whole thing ends with a nice poignant family moment as it all ends at the same point the season started. Back in the apartment, roll credits.
Well, it's not going to be...
Paul, sit.
I
mean it. Sit. Stay.
If she did...
Stay. Good boy.
So there we have the complete new season run of Mad About You 2019. I think everyone did a great job balancing out the metrics 20 years later. We get all of the funny bickering and relationship conversations we had come to expect while maintaining the more serious side with more than a few moments of trouble and heartbreak. I have to say that's what really sets this series apart from the rest, is its availability to walk down the darker roads while staying true to the sitcom levels of expectations. The Mabel and college storylines are weaved nicely in and out the season, allowing for plenty of time in between for our expanded cast to shine. There are lots of great returning surprises and a few new ones as well, keeping things fresh along the way. Overall, like I said in my previous video, with its top-flight cast, Mad About You 2019 is a more than welcome addition to the show. Helen Hunt and Paul Reiser bring all of the charm and talent back as the centerpiece to our slightly dysfunctional but loving family. Together, they deserve tremendous praise for their top-notch acting work here. If you aren't able to view the new season yet, I would imagine it will be available somewhere on demand or to buy in 2020. The wait will be well worth it. Hopefully, this isn't the end of the show and down the road we get to do this all over again. So a big thank you to everyone involved in the show, and thank you all that have stuck around to watch this video.